and gentlemen, welcome back to the action. This is the bwin World Series of Darts Finals, coming to you from Vienna, Austria, where it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, from Hong Kong, a Shanghai Darts Master Quarter finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wolf, Raiden Lam. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the UK Open and World Cup finalist, the winner of 3 PDC ranking events, the Iceman, Gerwyn Price!
Kicking himself after losing in the quarterfinals of the European Championship in a deciding leg to James Wade last weekend in Dortmund. Missed 3 match darts. The rest is history. Wade went on and survived 3 more match darts against Max Hopp in the semi-finals and then went on to win it. So Price missed a trick, as so many players did, but take nothing away from James Wade, and he's still to come. Last match of the night, Wade will play Ross Smith, but here's Royden Lamb. The most recognisable characters in darts. Huge back home in Hong Kong, is mobbed in the streets, isn't he? And
yeah, he's a superstar.
He really is. And he will fancy his chances here, certainly over a short distance like this. Gerwyn Price, who is on the cusp of the world's top 10. And
disappointing Premier League campaign, but bounced back well.
I think he has, yeah. I mean, we've seen a lot of players who haven't recovered from...
it's took them a while.
But we've seen, you know, look at Michael Smith coming back from a terrible first experience to reach a Premier League final. Gerwyn Price will come back.
Would you put him back in at this stage?
I don't know. I think he's got to be in the mix. But it depends what he does, I think, between now and the end of the World Championship. But I certainly think that the Premier League field this year is the hardest.
Yeah, I don't envy those that have got to make the decision or pick the wild cards.
Tough decision this year, really is. But saves us a lot of darts to be played between now and then. But Royden Lamb to get us underway against Gerwyn Price with the right to take on Peter Wright, who is the #1 seed here this weekend. The seedings are, of course, based on what all the players do in the World Series events around the world. Peter Wright seeded 1, Rob Cross 2, Michael van Gerwen 3, Gary Anderson 4. That's how it's worked out.
121.
That won't be a bad semi-final lineup if it goes according to seeds.
Jackie was mentioning Royden Lamb, great win over Gary Anderson.
Yeah, just before the World Match Play, 6-5.
140.
But Gary did have an off night that night. Mr. Amazing amount of darts at doubles. And Lamb was there to take advantage.
140.
Good start already from Gerwyn Price, and no surprise Lamb won the ball. As you've said, he plays a lot of soft tip, which is predominantly based around that bullseye.
Yeah, I think he was disappointed last week. I actually thought Price was a real contender, you know, I mean, even including that quarter-final, he played really, really well, and just fell at the final hurdle. So
it was just one of those. On another day they could go in, but it was just that constant pressure from Wade. But he did have that bit of a cushion, and then well, Wade was wading. That's what he does. Another one of those for tops. It's a good recovery in this leg.
yeah, really good this.
Tops.
Well, unlucky. I actually like that way of going, I have to say. We talked earlier about a lot of people like using the ball, but more and more for shots that...
Well, it makes sense. The doubles are the biggest targets on the board, so why not?
Getting closer. Now, is that a friend or not?
No score.
That will be punished.
Foul,
he loves it down here.
Yeah, one dart is all it took. I can't afford to give Gerwyn Price those sort of chances. World Series semi-finalist in Dubai and Las Vegas last year, and you know, he's a major character now, isn't he? The celebrations like that, you know, people say that there aren't characters in this sport, or aren't as many, but there are, and Gerwyn Price is one of them.
I think
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Well, no, I think we're going to... It's harder and harder to be a character, because the image of dart players is they're doing everything they can to change it. Well, 4 deep.
96.
But yeah, I've been impressed. I thought his confidence would have been crushed from his performances in the Premier League, but I think once it was finished and he was out, he regrouped, and I think he's had a great season when he won on the Euro Tour, made a final. I can't help but be impressed. And we can't forget, this isn't his first sport. You know, his first sport was rugby, and he was, you know, that was his job.
96.
And to make that transition across, especially from a team sport to an individual sport like darts, totally different environment.
How would you have been at rugby?
Probably sent off a lot.
81. Gerwyn McCall, 129.
Red cards galore. I don't doubt it.
I like the other one with all the tackles.
Rugby league?
Rugby league, yeah.
I'm with you, of course I am.
Yeah, well, that's...
Well, Gerwyn played rugby league as well. Played both codes.
Yeah.
125. Gerwyn McCall,
25 for tops
65.
for 2-0.
Possible 14 darter.
Being
Nothing
shown
possible
the second leg.
about it.
Gerwyn Price.
Very
Nobody's
positive,
going to throw first.
It's very, very good.
16 and a 14 darter, 100.20 average.
And of course, it's the same distance, best of 11, first to 6 for the second round, so there will be some upsets for sure. Peter Wright plays the winner of this. Whitlock will play Beaton or Gurney. Michael Smith against Kyle Anderson. Gary Anderson against Dave Chisnell. Wow, what a game that is. Rob Cross to take on Jamie Lewis.
100.
Mansour will play Ross Smith or James Wade. Barney to play the Australian Raymond Smith, and Michael Van Gerwen to take on another Aussie, Damon Heta.
Shame there's a few there. It's a shame it's a best of 11. Chisnell, Anderson, if they're both on song, could be a 180 fest. But Chisnell was outstanding tonight. 107 average after 5 legs. Kyle Anderson was equally as impressive.
130.
Yeah, Royd Lamont in July. He beat Gary Anderson 6-5. Then lost to the eventual winner, Michael Smith. That Shanghai Darts Masters has qualified for the World Championship. Will be good to see him back at the Ali Pali through the brand new PDC Asian Tour, which has been a huge hit in 2018. He's won a couple of events on
60.
that. And, you know, Paul Lim's come through it, Sego Asada's come through
Boris.
it.
Yeah, big Boris. he's a fabulous soft tip player, is Boris.
100.
Royal Lamb.
Paul Lim.
Paul Lim will be there again.
What a year he had last year. That went so close to his second World Championship 9-darter.
Lost to Gary Anderson.
Don't think there was anyone in the building, including
even
Gary
Gary.
on stage,
Who
that didn't want that to
hit
go
it,
in.
yeah.
Incredible moment.
43.
That's a
pressure
real
here.
loose one.
41.
And 6 darts from here, maybe, for the 43-year-old from Hong Kong.
Looks well for 43, doesn't he?
So do I.
41. Giving you a card 128.
Well, so did I. 128 for Gerwin. Perfect first dart.
88. Right in
Ton
your
has to
card,
go now.
100.
Of
The
course.
Lamb, or it's going to be a double break. We'll be looking at 3-0 deficit.
Tops. Well, that just flicked the flight on the way through.
90.
Yeah, he's missed 5 darts
Giving
at
you a
double.
card
Lucky there with the
40.
third. Tops then.
Being shown the
Gerwin
third
hasn't
leg.
missed.
Giving
Nope.
Price.
1 dart double 10, hit it.
First.
2 darts at tops, and hit both.
Yeah, Lamb getting chopped by the Welshman here. And how? 3-0 to Gerwin Price. Actually played each other. We talked about the Shanghai Masters last year,
55.
2017. Price won 6-2 on that occasion. But Lamb here had
To
3
the
darts.
slaughter.
Yeah. 3 darts to win the opening leg, 2 darts to win the last leg. Both on throw and
Both costly.
60. $137.
Playing well within himself at the moment. Price averaging shade under 98.
doing what he needs to do.
Yep. He's just in so much control
57.
and in control of the match.
Well, look, most people know, but just in case you don't, Gerwin Price has snapped his Achilles a few months ago and is still recovering from
139.
surgery
Can't practice. That's the frustrating thing. He
for long periods. No,
No.
can't.
stay on the foot.
Perhaps that's the way forward. Practice is overrated anyway, isn't it?
No. It's the most important thing.
45. Giving you a card
You
170.
don't practice to get it perfect, you practice to not get it wrong. Another one of those. For the ball.
Go on then, Gerwin.
145.
Price the showman. We'll be back to make it 4-0, you would
He
think.
hit the ball on a switch earlier, didn't he? And it won 30. Fancied him for that.
26.
Wasn't a million miles away.
Giving
9
you a
or
card
5
25.
or 1. Another fascinating shot considering he loves tops and tens.
Being shown the fourth leg.
Well,
Giving
It's
Price.
4-0 and it's an easy streak for Gerwin Price here in Vienna.
Another
Opening night
tidy
of the
leg.
World Series.
15 darter.
$64.
Can't say he hasn't had chances to stay in this match, Royden Lamb, for sure.
89.
Three attempts at the ball in this match. Hit it twice. Missed it once for the checkout.
87.
Both having a go. I think they're playing soft tip.
134.
Looking to wrap this up, isn't he? A man in a hurry.
Oh, you don't get paid overtime in darts. Oh, We do.
They do get paid very well
41.
in darts, for sure. And the prize fund is going up again
96.
next
know.
year.
They're certainly not sitting back like it's a done job. More scope to take the game to different territories.
I'm pretty sure we will see new venues on the World Series over the next 4 or 5 years.
Well, you will.
Having a think.
83.
Still left a 3 darter.
And for him, he loves tops, and he's, as we've
19.
seen already, he'll go 19 tops.
Tops, yeah.
May not
41.
now, because
Gary
Lamb's not on the
Lineker,
finish.
99.
Well, let's see what he will do. Well, he doesn't have to now, does he?
59.
First dart at a double, well, first dart at tops he's missed.
Giving
Not
you
a great
ball
performance so
40.
far from Lamb.
Double 10. Double 5.
35.
4
Riding
darts
Unicorn
missed.
83.
4 darts missed for 5-0.
Well, if he takes it and just level things up a little bit in terms of opportunities wasted.
So it's the ball for Royden Lamb.
Loves the ball. Not today.
36.
Dear, oh
Giving you
dear.
a ball 5.
Double 2.
Being shown the
No
big
mistake
right.
this time in Gerwyn Price. At the moment, it's a procession for the Welshman into round 2. Not a lot that Royden Lamb, to be fair, can do about this. Gerwyn Price is too good, and he needs just one more leg to go through to play Peter Wright in the second round. Gerwyn Price leading Royden Lamb 5-0, 1 leg away from setting up a showdown with Peter Wright. Performance of the night from the young Welshman, Jamie Lewis, who beat Dimitri
6 leg. It's
Vandenberg
Gary the
6-2.
Groovers. Game on.
And during the break, was looking at social media. He mentioned one of our
96.
statistician correspondents, Wikipedia, said that Jamie Lewis threw the highest televised average by any Welshman since 2011. There's one for you. We have no reason to doubt Christopher Kemp at his
Was that
word.
Mark Webster, the previous one in
16.
2011?
May well have been. May well have been. But where did that performance come
Could have
from?
been Richie Burnett.
Staggering from Jamie Lewis. And this Welshman
140.
is doing what he needs to do to go through to round 2. Still to come. Still, Steve Beaton will take on Daryl Gurney, and then Ross Smith and James Wade.
140.
Should use the 19s. 7 leave 132, 5 leave 170, the big fish.
57.
And also, Dimitri played his part in that match as well. I mean, his average was outstanding.
43.
106 and lost.
6-2. Harsh.
But Price will just be keen to
100.
finish this off as quickly as possible. Doesn't want to muck around.
He's been very efficient.
But
Good,
disappointed
solid.
for Royden Lamb.
Yeah, he usually
Better played
plays,
than this.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, he's averaging just 73, which is
41.
well
Giving
below
you a car 108.
where I'd expect to see him.
Chance to win it here. On tops.
88.
He'll be back.
$100. Given you require 20.
Double five. Double five again.
10.
That's 4 match darts he's missed. Is he going to come back?
Just a psychological thing, that. No doubt. Bit of deja vu. But fortunately for him, he's 5-0 in front on this occasion. And he's not going to take it out.
It's one of those nights at the office for Royden Lamb.
It happens.
Five.
7 match
Loading
darts.
requires 72.
To avoid the whitewash then. Double 9 for Royden Lamb. And there we are. It took him 8 darts to get a leg on the board.
Suddenly he's
And he got the leg on the board courtesy
Come on.
of his opponent, missing 7 match darts.
I just couldn't close the match out. Wouldn't be any good at poker, your pricing. Almost see last week against James Wade going through his mind, why can't I just close the game out at the first offering?
60. $100.
Lack of concentration.
No, just a mentality thing, I think. Probably just wanted to get it done and dusted and over the line, and I'm sure he'd still in the back of his mind what happened last week.
55.
Those missed opportunities. You have to be a special kind of character for them not to dwell on those
123.
moments. Carry them around like luggage.
We're going to have many more of them, Chris, throughout his career. He's only 33, Gerwyn Price. So.
Yeah, we've got so much different now. I mean, you know, the PDPA have such a big role in offering the players sports psychology, which Max Hopp took advantage of, and look at the change in
100.
his performances in recent months. My day, you just had to get on with it. Although we had to wait a long time, you know, sometimes 6-7 months for another opportunity to get back up there. Now it's right, next week we go again. We don't really have time, we shouldn't really have time to dwell on it. You keep knocking on the door. Eventually, when you get those opportunities, you should
81.
get over the line, as we've seen with Johnny Clayton, Gerwyn Price this year, Michael Smith winning a TV event.
96.
We've got another shot for the match here. He was terrific on tops in the early part of the match, not so in the last 3 legs. I wonder whether he'll look at 16, double 16 or 8 and tops.
66.
Oh,
Given you require 48.
8 tops, you'd have thought.
Indeed it is. And this time, no mistake. Gerwyn Price, a professional performance to beat Hong Kong's Royden Lamb 6-1, and he'll be hoping that the price is right in the second round, because Gerwyn Price will take on Peter Wright, the #1 seed, on Saturday night here in Vienna. We'll be back with more for the World Series finals very soon.